Hello there guys, it's Toad Peregrine 4 here with another episode of Space Engineers. So last episode we got Tim running, which has been handling our inventory assembler needs fairly effectively. I'm very happy with it. You can see it's over here doing the Lord's work. By the way, these upgraded assemblers are magical. So real quick, I'll run you through our inventory real quick. So if we go to Tim, that's nifty. In our small cargo container, you can see we are up to most things to a reasonable number. And then in our overflow large cargo container, we've got 7.5K steel plates, getting on 4,000 steel plates, 2,000 computers, tons of girders, small steel tubes, motors, construction components. Construction components especially are just such a pain to make because they're so slow. It's nice to have a huge backlog of them. Yeah, pretty great. But this episode we are designing a welding ship. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and run over to our hangar here. And we're going to go ahead and move this guy off to the side. There we go. Perfect. Now this thing is going to be probably just ion powered, so we don't have to worry with hydrogen, which means we need to produce some ion thrusters, which is going to use some of our platinum, which we don't have the most of, so we need to keep that in mind as we're designing this thing. We still don't have a ton of platinum. Now, what do thruster components even look like? Because I have no idea. Oh my god, is it? Yeah. Oh, this is the Icarus assembler. That one's producing glass. This one's done. Okay. Now, platinum, 0.13, and we have 11. So we should be able to make, we should safely be able to make 200 thruster components without digging into our platinum really much at all, which is definitely nice. Oh, I did that math wrong, because it's going to be 13, so it's going to be able to make most of them, but not quite all, about 90 apiece. Yeah, okay, we're 74. I rounded. No big deal. That's still quite a few. So let's see here. Let's get some. Oops. Let's grab some steel plates, some interior plates, which we don't actually need all that many, and some construction components. There we go. Do I have... I do have a pretty solid blueprint that I can use. But I don't think I'm going to. Because that's kind of against the series. So, let's just go ahead and make a landing gear. Okay. Okay, now hopefully this will just lock down large steel tubes and motors, both of which we have in spades. Okay, that's locked down. Yep, very nice. Alright. So we're looking for a bottom-mounted connector. Just like this. Okay. And I think we want medium cargo containers. And 3 welders. So the only connector for welders are on the back, and it's a large connector. So, I'm pulling a little bit of inspiration from the Tangerine, but I'm pretty sure we need a conveyor in the middle. Or we may actually need 3 conveyors. Because then cargo containers can go on the back. Which is exactly what it did in the Tangerine welder. Okay. Well, it was good logic then, it's good logic now, right? So we'll go ahead and slap our welders on the front. Okay. Yeah, and now we have 3 cargo containers. Pretty solid so far. I need small steel tubes, computers, and construction components. Oh, and a bunch of stuff. Let's just grab a bunch of construction components for now. Throw all those down. A lot of people use the Nanite control factoring mod, which does, it's a pretty flexible mod. But I feel like it kind of takes away from the game, because so what you can have a bunch of different types of nanites. Some that heal you, some that build, some that repair, some that like tear down blocks. There's lots of, you know what, completely missed this. Let me grab some steel plates and some construction components. But one thing that it allows you to do is it allows you to just place a block, and then the nanites go and build it. Which, you know, I really feel like that takes away from the game. What else do we need? I know we need motors. Like a big part of this game is building, right? Interior plates. Like, I know it makes things a lot more convenient, but you know, it's a building game. You should have to build. And like, if the nanites, you know, run out of resources, then, you know, you aren't aware of it, so you may end up with something that doesn't end up working, and you have no idea why, because you didn't build it. I mean, the nanites do let you build much larger things, for sure. Yeah, that's fine. But I don't know. So we need a cockpit. We need gyros. We need thrusters, not hydrogen. And reactors. So, steel plates. Oh, and an oxygen tank. So, go ahead and put down the cockpit first. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go with 6 reactors. Now for thrusters, we're gonna want probably 3 reverse. Forwards. Actually, that'll be 6 reverse, 6 forward. Get rid of those. No big deal. Actually, we're gonna want a lot of like braking and acceleration force anyway. So let's just go for it. Okay. And then our left and right will be a little bit on the slow side. Because each of those will only have 3. But then again, you're going to do a lot less maneuvering left and right. Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, so gyro there. Gyro there. Go 4 up and down. Yeah, there we go. And a spotlight. Right there works fine. We'll go ahead and do just a Pi just hopped up on my desk. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So I'll go ahead and weld this up, and then I will be back to show it off. Be back in just a minute. set up now. And we're going to give it a quick try. So we're just going to try to load up a few things here. Okay, awesome so far. So I've got Tim set up to automatically put more parts in this thing when it runs low. Now, I might configure that right panel to instead show if it's low on like one particular thing, just so we don't miss it. But so far, I'm pretty happy with this. It's doing a good job, it seems. Hopefully I can get it to just show stuff that's below the queue. I'll have to look into that. Because I don't think the damage report is really so necessary. But yeah, I mean, you can see how much faster this is to build. Oh. Let's see, we need a color for this. There we go. Hope everything just looks a little bit green and everything else isn't green. Look at that. Pretty sweet. Alright, we should be able to get this built real quick. Hopefully this episode doesn't go on too long. I recorded me actually like building, setting up the thing. I may cut out some of that to trim it down to about half an hour. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. This is doing very well. Yeah. This is cool. So next episode, we're probably going to do a lot of work on the base. If I can figure out how to get the right panel to show what we need, like sort of what we've used, I will do that between this episode and last. But what you should see is if we pull over here and dock, that as soon as we dock, that cargo used should go up. Cool. Wow. Very happy with that. Everything's glowing. Very green from that. It's a bit much. That's weird. It's like right here next to it, it doesn't do it, but when I'm in it, everything shifts green. It takes it a second, but yeah. I may dial the color of this back a little bit if it's going to be that much, but yeah, thank you guys for watching.